What's up guys, this is a Miracle or Li Spartacus here, and today I'm showing you guys my brand new Magicka Dragonknight PvP build for the Clockwork City Expansion pack. Let's go and get straight into this video. Oh, pros about this build, we have more health, we have more Magicka, we are doing, I'd like to say we're doing more damage because we have a shit ton of spell penetration, because we're wearing 5 pieces light armor instead of 5 pieces heavy armor. But the cons about this build is that we are a little less squishier, even though we do have more health. We have no mobility with this build, so I'm not running Elusive Mist anymore, so we are very slow. And we don't really have a getaway because we're not running Elusive Mist. But I love this build. This is so far my favorite build, plus it just looks badass. I mean, look at that. This is a costume, by the way, if you guys want to know what it is. It's the Nightmare Daemon Mask Human Elf. And then with just the normal, I can't remember this costume's name, Scarlet Judge. Looks pretty badass in my opinion, and this build is pretty badass in general. So let's go and get off with the front bar stats. We're just shy of 44k Magicka. We're just shy of, well nah, we're 18k health and just shy of 13k max stamina. Our spell damage, our base spell damage is, I think my previous builds it was like 1900 or something like that, if not 1700 exact. This one is 1736. That is very low, but we do have a shit ton of spell critical, almost 50%, which is amazing. We have 21k spell resistance, just about 14k physical resistance, 2.2k critical resistance. Just shy of 1300 Magicka recovery. This is extremely low, but we never run out of Magicka as long as you play this build as it's meant to be played, and you guys will see what sets I'm running here in a minute, which makes this build crazy overpowered, and what skills as well. The skill is also very important, and then no one really gives a shit about these stats. Stamina recovery, if you do care, 700. Health, we're a vampire, so obviously it's going to be jack shit. We're running the Atronach, and oh my god, didn't mean to do that. Oh, we're running Witch Mothers out of the way, so if you do want to run Witch Mothers, you do have less Magicka, less health. Stamina stays the same, but you do have a lot more Magicka. If you do run Witch Mothers, I'd say it's nearly impossible to drop below half max Magicka or half of your resource pool, just because of the skills, sets, and Magicka recovery. But 1200, honestly, 1200 is still a little bit overpriced. We could be running 800 Magicka recovery and still sustain very easily. But I prefer the more max health and more max Magicka, because the higher max Magicka, well, I don't want to give it away just yet, but definitely better health pool. In PvP, we're right about without Emperor bonus, we're right at just about 2400 maximum health. With PvP, with Emperor bonus, I'd like to say it's like 27k health, maybe 26 probably. I'm not too sure. I haven't checked this health yet with Emperor bonus, but again, max health, max Magicka is what you really want to run, and we're running the Atronach. Honestly, I might just switch the Atronach out for more maximum Magicka, so we can pull just about 46,000 Magickas, I believe, which you would pull, which is extremely good. But yeah, as of right now, we're just running the Atronach. Let me pull up my calculator on my phone really quick so I can tell you guys the recovery without the Atronach. Alright, so we are currently at 1296 minus 238. So yeah, you'd be at 1058 Magicka recovery exactly, which again, as I said, this build you can easily still sustain with 800. But definitely 1058, that's still perfect. And plus you're getting a higher Magicka pull. Higher Magicka pull equals more DPS, which we will need since we're not running Burning Spellweave this update. With Burning Spellweave, the spell damage was very close to 6,000, I believe, which is amazing. Plus we had 40k Magicka. But now, again, if you run max Magicka, you can pull just about 46,000, definitely 45k minimum, but I'd say you're going to be somewhere in the 46,000 range. But again, you're also suffering some Magicka recovery. Alright, we're going to go get into the sets. Alright, so we're still running two pieces of Grotha. We can still do this very easily. I'll not do this. You can still run multiple monster sets if wanted. You can run 2 pieces of I can't even think of Scoria, which in my opinion I prefer Grothar over Scoria. I just feel like Grothar procs a lot more often. Plus it's an AoE as well, which is very nice. And this build is extremely good in small group play and 1vx situations, as a lot of our Magicka return does come from getting attacked, and a lot of our damage no, I take that back, because we're running 5 light. If you were running 5 heavy, a lot of your damage would be coming from getting attacked. But anyways, Grofstar or Valken Scoria works. If you also wanted, you could be running 2 pieces of Engine Guardian, but you are losing a lot of DPS, but you will get unlimited resources pretty much. We're running 5 pieces Impen, helmet, shoulders Impen, gloves Impen, sash and shoes are Impen. We're running chest and chest and legs infused. You can put Tri-Stat if you want to. You will be losing a little max Magicka, but you're gaining more health and stamina in the long run. But this is a very bursty build, so I prefer just straight up maximum Magicka. None of this is CUDA'd, by the way. If you had CUDA right here and this was gold, you'd be right about 1,000 max Magicka total for both pieces. I believe so. Not too sure, but yeah. And then another really good set for this would be Bloodspawn, as you guys may have noticed. Right here. Shield Wall is now 135 ultimate instead of 100, which sucks, but still very good. You're going to want to get this Dispel Shield, which I don't have this on my Stamina Dragonknight yet. But just letting you guys know. Alright, so we're going to go and get straight into the build. Not build, but sets. So other sets is what I should say. Grofstar, 5 pieces Chakra Breaker. This is good with just about every single type of DPS and tank build. As you do get weapon and spell damage, Magicka, stamina recovery, and a lot of maximum and stamina pull. Weapon and spell damage is still pretty low, who cares? Recovery is nice, but it's that 2 pieces of Magicka and stamina recovery which makes this meta pretty much for every Dragonknight build. And we're also running 5 pieces Desert Rose. Yes and no. A lot of people say that this set isn't very good anymore. Just be like, there are better sets out there. But honestly, I love Desert Rose, and you guys will see what makes this really good as well. In fact, I'll go and show you guys right now. Harness Magicka. Now, what sucks about Harness Magicka now is that you have to be running 5 pieces of light armor in order to even use this. Good job, Zos, for fucking up your game even more. It's going to be dead by 2020 rolls around if they keep going down this bullshit path, which this does suck, but I mean, I can kind of see why they did it, but I mean, it's, I don't know. I hate that you have to be wearing 5 pieces light armor. If you didn't have to be wearing 5 pieces light armor, I'd probably be running 5 pieces heavy. But who cares? Harness Magicka. While active up to 3 times when spell damage is absorbed, you restore just about 1,300 Magicka. Each piece of light armor increases the Magicka restore by 6%. We're running 5 pieces light armor, so I'm not good with math at all. I'd like to say you're getting like 3,000 Magicka back, and then as long as you can keep your shield up every 4 seconds, you'll be getting pretty much 2.3k Magicka back, or yeah, 2.3k Magicka back with your Desert Rose, and then we're gonna go and just reduce that to 2k. So you're getting 2k, and then I'd say just about 3k from Harness Magicka. So you're getting 5k Magicka back pretty much every 4 seconds, which is amazing. 1v1 situation, 15% chance is still pretty low, but I mean, it's still gonna proc quite often. If you're in a 1vx or small group situation, this will be procking literally every 4 seconds, which is amazing. Maybe every 5-6 seconds at the most. So Desert Rose, spell resistance, very nice. Maximum health and maximum Magicka, which is very helpful. But Desert Rose and Dampened Magicka is why you don't need really more than 800 Magicka recovery. 1,200 I can sustain very good. Oh, plus we're a Dragonknight, so we can pop our spell, our shield wall, or if you have spell shield or whatever it's called, pretty often. It was better when it was only 100 ultimate, but now it's 135, so you don't get to proc it as much, but I mean, it's still very nice. Oh, I forgot to, yeah, you guys already saw the stats in the back bar on your own, but little more health. That's really the only difference. And in fact, let me go and show you guys the stats buffed. Ah, shit. Hold up, guys. It's been a while since I made a video, so I'm still trying to get used to what order doing what. Yeah, so 2.5k spell damage fully buffed, which I know that's pretty damn low, but I mean, Max Magicka makes up for it, especially if you're running the Max Magicka Mundus Stone. Alright, and then 3 pieces Desert Rose Jewelry, all spell damage. all spell damage, and then Chakra Breaker, Sword and Shield, Sword infused with weapon damage enchantment, and Sturdy Shield. You can run a Green Force Shield if you want to, but I prefer Sturdy. And then Precise Shield, Precise Sword with Flame damage. Why Flame damage? We're a Dragonite, we just do more damage with Flame. Plus we're a Dark Elf as well, by the way, guys. And then again, Sturdy Shield, or you can do Sturdy Reinforce, Sturdy Reinforce, Reinforced, all up to you. Let's go and get straight into the skills. Front bar. We are running Burning Embers. This is obviously a meta skill. It's always been since day one. Heal for 75% of the total damage inflicted. When effect ends, you can end it anytime you want. And its initial damage is 3.9k, almost 4k flame damage. And then an additional almost 14k flame damage over 10.5 seconds. We are running Burning Talons. This is again an obvious. Running Flame Lash. This is a very obvious one. I mean, it heals you, which is amazing. And then its base damage is almost 8k flame damage. And then when it's procced, when I did a DPS test on my friend, he said that with a crit, I believe is what it was, while he was in Burning Talons, and then this was procced, I believe he said it hit for just about 11k, which is insane. And he was in medium armor on a, I'd like to say he was playing a Stamina Templar. I can't remember. Dragonfire scale, this is up to you what you want to run. You can run Dragonfire scale, you know, Engulfing Flames for more DPS, 10% more DPS from all fire damage as well. Or you could be running Elusive Mist so that you can get the extra mobility. But personally, I prefer Dragonfire scale because it kills Magicka Nightblades, it kills Magicka Sorcerers, it kills those snipe spamming asshole Nightblades, it kills anyone that uses the projectiles on you. Except for I don't believe this works against the pussy Magicka Warden bird spam. I'm not too sure, I haven't tested that yet, but it deals 35% more damage to the attacker when you reflect it. Crystal Fragment 9k, bump that up by 35%, it's gonna fuck them up. Proc this perfectly with your Flame Lash, or sure, even a Meteor. For that case, it can do a shit ton of damage. And then Inner Light for a higher Magicka pull and for a Major Prophecy, increasing your spell critical rating by almost 2.2k. Hardened Armor. Why do we run Hardened Armor? In case you guys don't know, you can't crit shields, so Hardened Armor, Igneous Shield, you got a nice shield, you can't be critted whatsoever. If you can keep your Igneous Shield up, you will never be critted. And same with your Hardened Armor. Shields are cut by like, what, 50% in PvP, so if you can keep these two up, you will never be critted, but obviously you're not going to always want to have them up 24/7. Igneous you typically just pop for when you're about to use your Dragon Blood, but again, like I said, if you keep your Igneous Shield up and your Hardened Armor up every a few seconds, you will never be critted, ever. Because, again, you cannot crit shields. Grab the Scar Shard. And that's the front bar. Back bar obviously. So Hardened Armor plus this will give you your Major Resolve and Major Word. Igneous Shield, this is obvious, or you get Major Mending 25% for 3 seconds. It is a 7.2 second duration shield. Plus this also helps your allies if you're in a small group. Coagulating Blood. This is it says based on your missing health, but I'm pretty sure this is based on your maximum Magicka. That's also what a lot of people have been saying. Plus, this is also just a good major heal. Harness Magicka. Again, this is what this and Desert Rose go together perfectly. You're getting just about 5,000, possibly even 6,000 Magicka back every 4 to 5 seconds. And then Structured Entropy for increasing your maximum health, and this is also your major sorcery bonus. And this is also a DPS over time. Shield Wall, you're going to want to morph this to Spell Shield so it can reflect all projectiles at you. But again, Shield Wall was better when it was 100 ultimate because you could pop it very, very often. You can still proc it a shit ton if you're running Blood Spawn. But I personally don't like Blood Spawn because you're losing a shit ton of DPS. But that's all the skills. Also Shooting Star, I forgot to mention, Shooting Star is definitely very much needed. Well, not much needed. I mean, you could replace Shooting Star for a lot. You could use the Shifting Standard if you wanted, Ferocious Leap, or even Maximum Armor. It's up to you. But I prefer Shooting Star because it just hits extremely extremely hard. But Fossilize, you could run over Reflective Wings. So if you pop your shooting, I mean not shooting star, pop all your buffs and dots and whatnot, blah 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 blah. Do a Structured Entropy to get that Might of the Guild proc from Mage's Guild. You get 20% more damage. So then you'll pop your Fossilize after you have popped your Structured Entropy, and then you'll pop your Shooting Star, and then they're just gonna have to eat up all that damage. 14,000 flame damage, and then it's also a nice little dot. And then if you use this in a group, you get a shit ton of ultimate back. But honestly, Ferocious Leap just might be the better option because it's only 125 ultimate. Then you can also, it's also now cheaper than Shield Wall, which at the time Shield Wall was cheaper than Ferocious Leap, but it's honestly completely up to you. Plus that 103% of your maximum health shield is very helpful. But anyways, it's up to you. In fact, I'm gonna go and give Ferocious Leap a try next time I'm in PvP. But let me go ahead and hold on, dude. Let me go and kill these enemies right here. Okay. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all the skills. Let's go and get straight into the champion points. Forgot to do that last time. We are at 445 champion points, I believe. We're running 26 in the Warlord. You're going to want to get that to just about 12%, 12 to 15. We're running 75 in the Arcanist, 47 in the Shadow Ward. You're going to want to get this just about 20% total. We're running 37 in the Elfborn. You're going to want to get that about 16%. You can run about 5% healing done. 61 LE Expert, you're going to want to get that about 15% in the end. You're going to want to get about just about 3k spell erosion. And then you're going to want to get about 15% more dot damage in the end. With 690 CP, you should definitely be able to satisfy all of that. And you should, if you have any extra left over, I'd say throw it into Blessed or more into LE Expert. It's honestly up to you if you do end up having extra. 37 Ironclad, 37 Resistance. You're going to want to get just about 1,000 critical resistant. 38 in the Hardy, 37 LE Defender. You're going to want to get those just to about 10 to anywhere between 10 and 12%. And then you're going to want to have just about 5% to 10% thick skin. To honestly up to you. And you can have some into Bastion just to increase your Igneous Shield effectiveness, which will just allow you to be not critted as often. That makes sense. But that's the champion points. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this new PvP Magicka Dragonknight build. If I missed anything or if you have any questions, just comment down below and I'll make sure to answer all of them. I don't think I missed anything. I'm pretty sure I went over all of it. Not too sure. It's been a while since I played ESO because I'm currently playing for an eSports Paladins team underneath Allegiant. Speaking of Allegiant, guys, huge shout out to huge shout out to Ishti, our media manager. He made the advertisement video for the Allegiant esports and gaming community. Right here is our Discord. If you guys want, link will be in the description. Right there is the link if you guys want to join. I am the owner and founder of it. We currently have 2 co-owners, 4 admins, 1 media manager, and then we have 3 esports teams, I believe. No, just 2. We got 1 for CSGO and 1 for Paladins. We got a NA and EU for both of them. EU currently still needs players for both, so if you're interested, hit up Ronnie on the Discord. Ronnie is this guy right here. He is Indian time zone. Or if you're wanting an EU CSGO team, make sure to hit up, I can't remember what his name is. Oh, Flixie, that's right, Flixie, right here. What's his name? FL1, right here. He runs the EU team. If you have more questions about Allegiant, we are a pretty decent sized community. I mean, we're just about 250 members, I'd like to believe. But we play everything. Right now, there's not really a lot of people on, as a lot of people are still at work, depending on where they are, or a lot of people are asleep if they are in the EU region. But as you guys can see right here, we got 4 people just kind of chilling. But this is an ESO video. I'm not going to talk to you too much about that. Anyways, like and comment down below. Let me guys know what you think of this, and I'll try to upload a montage of this build in action. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.